On YouTube. So what is your channel name?
I will tell. I will share it. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm sharing. So say in the last class we have seen this, the algebraic methods, and in that method we have seen substitution method, and we have solved an equation, a pair of linear equation using substitution method. Okay. So today we will go in detail. What are the steps involved in this substitution method? We have actually solved that, but in detail we will go to it. So let us understand the substitution method more clearly. See, the first step,
Sir, this
find
one
the
already
value.
did.
We have already done it. I know that, but the
Yes, sir.
steps you have to understand why we are taking do and so. Why we are doing so? This is the reason I am telling.
Okay, sir.
First of all, find the value of one variable. Say y in terms of other variable. That is x from either the equation, whichever is convenient. See, it was saying that first of all, in this, like we have seen in this step also, first of all, we have to write x in terms of y, or the vice versa, or either we can write y in terms of x, that is according to our wish, or in the convenient manner. See, in this question, if we had written it in terms of y, then what will be the answer? Y is equal to what? Y will
I'm
be
not clear.
3 minus x by
X by 2. Yes, sir.
that will be the answer. So see here, there already came a fraction. So you will find it difficult in order to solve when you proceed further. So it will be better not to use or not to write y in terms of. But if you had written like this, you see writing x in terms of y, then it is linear. It is easy for it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that was the step one, the convenient way, the easy way. It is according to your choice. That was our step one. Now we will go to our step two. Now we have to substitute this value of y or x in the other equation and reduce it to an equation in one variable. That is only in terms of x, which can be solved. Which means, say, as we had written here, x equal to 3 minus 2y. Fine. Then what we are doing? Then we are doing, instead
Sir,
of
your voice
we
is
are
not coming.
substitute. Can you hear?
Sir, you are audible to me.
Okay, so it must be the other, is network issue. Okay, so now we are substituting the value of x in the second equation, and see here in this section we get only the y values only. The x term is completely removed. Now from this equation we will get the value of y. Similarly, in the converse also, see, you can write it as y and you will find x. That's also possible. Sometimes, as in the some examples we will see in below, we will get some statements with no variable at all. You will came across all this. Okay, in such that time I will explain it further. If the statement is true, you can conclude that the pair of linear equations has infinitely many solutions. And if the statement is false, then we say that it is inconsistent. Don't worry about this definition and this explanation. Okay, you will get easy, or you will get acquainted with when we solve some examples. Only for information, I am showing all this. Now, in the step 3, what we had done, we had to substitute the value of x or y obtained from the step 2. Then we can find our remaining variable also. Okay, all of you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Sir,
Okay, fine. So now we are going to do an example. Actually, this question you had done in your exercise, first exercise. It was the question from there. Graphically, you have represented it. But now we are going to solve it using substitution method. Fine. Let us see. The question is, Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also, 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Solve the question by using substitution method. See, when informations are given in sentences, you have to convert it in terms of mathematics. You have to read it many times until you understand. It is said that 7 years ago, which means the information is given from 7 years ago. What was the information? Aftab tells his daughter he was 7 times as old as his daughter 7 years ago. But from today, from 3 years from now, he says that he will be 3 times as old as his daughter. So don't worry, we will see. See, let S and T be the ages. S stands for the age of Aftab and T stands for his daughter. Now, we have to form the pair of linear equation. That is the important thing. See here, he says that, highlighting it, 7 years ago. Okay, see, we have taken the ages of Aftab and his daughter as S and T now, not 7 years before. Now, their ages are S and T. So, what will be the age of Aftab before 7 years? It will be how much? S minus 7, right?
Yes, sir.
And what he says, 7 years ago, his age is 7 times as old as his daughter. And what will be the age of his daughter before 7 years?
T minus 7.
It is exactly, it is T minus 7. It is said that it was 7 times, which means we can write it as S minus 7 is equal to 7 into T minus 7. Okay? Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, now we are forming a linear equation such as we are solving it. You know that we are opening brackets, see 70 minus 49, like that. Okay, now we are solving and we are writing it as S minus 70 plus 42 is equal to 0. We are naming it as equation 1. See, what is the next information given to you? Also, from 3 years from now, which means if the present age is S, from 3 years now, which means S plus 3 is equal to, he says, 3 times his daughter's age. That is 3 into T plus 3. Right. So we can form another equation as S minus 3T is equal to 6. That is equation 2. Now you have got 2 equations and we have to use this substitution method. See, in the next step, we can easily see that. See here, from this equation 2, we can write S is equal to 3T plus 6. We are just taking minus 3T to right hand side. Okay. Now we can substitute the value of S in equation 1. Okay. That is, we can get S is equal to 3T plus 6. So we are writing 3T plus 6 minus 70 plus 42 is equal to 0. Okay.
Sir, you'll
Are
be
you
taking
following
the
this?
X and Y variable, then it will be easy.
Instead of s and t, if I had taken x and y, okay, that's you're telling.
We can take any of the variable.
Yes, sir.
The variables x, y, s, t, u, v, x, a, b, anything are same to us. You should always get familiar with any variable, because for exam we are not sure what is the variable given there.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So
Sir, move
now,
up the screen, please.
sorry.
Asking to
And
move up the
now-
screen, sir.
Okay. Now, when we solve it, we can see that 40 is equal to 48, which means the value of t is 12. And what is the value of t? T means the age of his daughter. Okay. Which means his daughter's age is 12. Okay. Now, what we have to do? Now we have to put this value of t in equation 2. See, which we had actually seen s is equal to 3t plus 6. So if we substitute instead of t, we write 12, we can get s is equal to 3 into 12 plus 6, which is equal to 42. And our answer is Aftab and his daughters are 42 and 12 years old respectively. Okay. This is how
Yes,
we are
sir.
solving the problem using the substitution method. Again in such kind of problems, you have an advantage. How we have an advantage? See here, you can cross check your answer also. That's the main advantage. See, you have got the value of s as 42 and value of y as 12. You just substitute the value of s here, that is in equation 1. Okay. Then if the RHS or and the LHS are equal, then you can say that your answer is correct. Okay. Say for example here, 42 minus 7 is equal to 7 into 12 minus 7. That is 12 minus 7, it is 5. 5 into 7, 35. And again, 42 minus 7, that is also 35. So you can confirm that your answer is correct. For your exam, if you have enough time, then you can cross check your answer also. That is the main, that's the use of this method. Okay. For your information, answer. Okay. Are you all
Okay,
okay with this question? Shall I move to the next question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understand the full question.
Okay. So the next example. The cost of 2 pencils and 3 erasers is ₹9, and the cost of 4 pencils and 6 erasers is ₹18. Find the cost of each pencil and each eraser. See, in the explanation in the step 2, I have told you you may be facing some difficulty here, and we will be dealing with those difficulties using these problems. Okay. Now the pair of linear equations. The cost of pencil is taken as x and that of eraser is taken as y. Then we are from the equations 2x plus 3y is equal to 9 and 4x plus 6y is equal to 80. Now we have to express the value of x in terms of y from the equation 1. So we get that x is equal to what we get, 9 minus 3y the whole divided by 2. That is our equation number 3. Okay. In the substitution method, first we are doing or writing the value of x in terms of y. That was the first step. What is the second step? Now we are going to substitute this value of x in the second equation. Okay. So we get that is here, instead of x, we are writing this. Okay. So that is 4 into 9 minus 3y by 2 plus 6y is equal to 18. And you can cancel this 2 and 4 as 2. 2 into 9, 18. 18 minus 6y plus 6y is equal to 18. And you can see that 18 is equal to 18. The LHS and the RHS are equal. So how will we find the answer? It means, see, explanation is given to you. This statement is true for all values of y. However, we do not get a specific value of y as a solution. Therefore, we cannot obtain a specific value of x also. This situation has arisen. Both the given equations are same. That is the important factor. Both the equations are same. See here, if you take 2 common from the second equation, or if we multiply the first equation by 2, then we can say that both the equations are equal. Okay. Are you following?
Yes, sir. Clear. Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
See,
sir.
I will give you another hint that previously we have solved this kind of problem, and we have seen that the graphs of both these equations are overlapping each other. You remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
At
sir.
that time also I have told you this equation has a solution, but it has infinitely many solutions. The same case here also. Therefore, equations 1 and 2 has infinitely many solutions. See, this was our result. See. Now, we have already seen that the same solution graphically also, but we cannot find a unique cost of a pencil and an eraser because there are many common solutions to the given situation. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
again, I am repeating. If you are given to solve a problem using substitution method, first of all, you have to write x in terms of y or y in terms of x. That depends. Here we have written x in terms of y, and we are substituting that value of x in the second equation, and we will arrive at either we arrive at such kind of truth, and then we can conclude that it has infinitely many solutions, or sometimes we will get the value for x or value for y, and from that we can find the value of x and so on, like that, like we had seen in the first example. See here, like we had seen. Now we will go to the third case, where here, see here, in this explanation, you have seen that if the statement is false, then the pair of linear equation is inconsistent. See here. Okay, now we are going to check this one. See the next
Yes, sir.
question. Two rails are represented by the equations x plus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 2 is equal to 0. Will the rails cross each other? Actually, this is an application question. How we can check whether the rails cross each other? We can check that if the rails cross each other, then they will have a solution, a particular solution. Think, all of you think. If these two rails cross each other graphically, then we can say that if these equations have a solution, then they cross each other. Otherwise, they won't cross each other. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
in the same manner, first of all, we are naming both the equations as equation 1 and 2. Now, in our second step, we are writing x in terms of y from the equation 1. Okay, we are using equation 1 to form x equal to 4 minus 2y. Now we are going to substitute the value of x in equation 2. Then we get 2 into 4 minus 2y plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. And we can see that, See here, -4 is equal to 0, which is a false statement. Obviously, any other number is not equal to 0. So we have arrived at a contradiction, which means these two pair of or this pair of linear equation has no common solution. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that was the main. That's how. See, actually, see, you may think that, so why we are learning all this, and what is the use of forming or this equation? How we are going to apply this in our daily life? We are applying it in our daily life, but in a higher manner. See, if we can form a linear equation for two rails or the path of any satellite or anything, this is actually a pair of linear equation. That means a straight line. See, if sometimes you can check the or you can form an equation by checking the orbit of a satellite or like that, then you can check using this method. You can check whether two satellites collide each other. Okay, if these satellites are from two other countries, you can check whether if their pattern of rotating is same, will they collide? All these things can be found out using this method. So remember, actually you are learning a very high level mathematics. You are only learning, but the first step only. Later on, you can advance it to the higher level. So see how much important is mathematics in our life. So now you can see our explanation. See here, in the last statement here, if the statement is false, then the pair of linear equation is inconsistent. That means these two pair of linear equations has no solution at all. Clear? Have you followed the each? We have solved each and every case. See, in the
Yes,
first
sir.
case, we have isolated x and we have found the value of x and y. That was okay. And in second case, we have seen that what we had seen, substitution method. Using substitution method also, we have found out the value. And in the next
Yes,
case,
sir.
the equations formed were same. That is, LHS and RHS were equal, which means they have infinitely many solutions. And in the next case, or in the last case, we have seen that we have got into a wrong statement or a false statement, and we can conclude they have no solution at all. Okay.
Yes, sir, understand.
Yes, sir.
So that was about today's class. And
Yes, sir,
you have an
understood.
exercise. You have an exercise 3.3. Only 3 questions are there. You can use this substitution method to solve all these questions. And again, I remind you, you should solve this one using substitution method and learn it well, because as you can see in the next class we will be dealing with elimination method, and you may get confused which method I should use, what are the steps, like that you may get confused. So you should be
Yes, sir.
familiar with the substitution method and do the exercises and ask me if you have any doubt.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
shall I stop the screen share?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you are having any doubt, you can message me in WhatsApp like that. So if you want to ask me anything, now you can ask, or if there is nothing, then we can end the meet.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt, sir.
Okay,
Sir, what is the question?
sorry. You are not clear to me. Can you repeat? Shiga, I can't hear you properly.
I think she can message in the
Sir.
chat box.
Sir,
Okay,
explain
I
the
can message.
what? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir, explain the fifth question of the first step. That 3.3. Fifth question.
Explain the
Solve,
fifth.
solve the following pair of linear equation by the substitution method. Fifth one. Root, that is root 2x plus root 3y equal to 0.
Okay, that was actually given to you today. So it is your duty. You should try to do first of all. Then, if you can't do that, I will explain it. Okay. Otherwise, you won't learn. If I solve and
Okay, sir.
you won't learn. First of all, you should try. Then, in our next class, I will solve it to you. If still you face difficulty.
Yes, sir. You are right.
Okay, sir.
So, thank you. I am ending the meeting. There is nothing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Your quarterly portion for mathematics is first 2 chapters. Okay. I have told you earlier.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you all.